Hey guys, what is going on? Trinity Game 6 here. I am bringing you yet another Florida Panthers video on the news. And oh my god, guys, it happened. I said yesterday it was most likely going to happen, and now it happened. The Florida Panthers have officially hired, as you guys can see, Q is here. They've hired Quennville. The press conference was earlier today, about 3 hours ago. 3.5 hours ago, but oh my god, I was in school when this was going on. I was literally studying and cramming for a quiz that I was about to take, and I'm like, oh my god, Q is hired. How am I going to study for this? I ended up doing good on it anyways, but wow. So the Panthers do hire Quennville, and then they, like they said yesterday, they were holding a press conference for Quennville's for something going on today, and it ended up being Quennville's hiring, and that was all the news. So Quennville is hired, and at the press conference at 12 o'clock, it was live streamed on Facebook. I still haven't gotten around to it yet, as the class I was in doesn't get phone service, so I couldn't even watch it. And every Florida Panthers player was there. All the players were there because they had their locker room exit interviews today, which we will briefly discuss. But so they had their exit interviews, which went okay. I mean, Barkov said he wants to win. All these guys, they want to win, they want to win, they want to stay. Luongo said he will stay as a backup. He will play as a backup if that is what the organization will give him. That was pretty much it. And except for what I thought was really funny from Henrik Borgstrom is that he said that he wants to get up to 200 pounds this summer. Dale Talon told him to work out with Barkov this summer, which I thought was pretty funny. And he said that he's tired of looking like, quote, a middle school kid. I thought that was pretty funny. But so let's get right to the Quennville news. So Quennville is at the press conference. It is a representative of Viola and Sifu, and then it is Quennville, and then Dale Talon on the other side. So that was the press conference. Every Florida Panthers player was in attendance, and some former Panthers as well, including Thomas Vokoun and Radek Dvorak were also there. All the media, of course, and let's get right into this press conference. So there really isn't much to talk about except for what Quennville said and what Talon had to say. Basically, these two guys are like brothers. They talk a lot. They had this idea for a while of him to come back down to Florida and to kind of redo what they did in Chicago here. But of course, is Talon not getting fired before the Cups are won? So let's get right into it. So this is what Quennville said in his press conference. This is going to be a relatively short video compared to yesterday, as this is crazy news, but it's not that as much as we got yesterday. Quennville said that this team will be a playoff team next year. This team will be a playoff team next year. He literally said, and I am paraphrasing this, of course, today is Monday. Teams are getting ready for their probably first morning skate before the playoffs. The Florida Panthers next year will be in that position next year. He's basically confirming that he knows what he's doing, of course, that he knows that this roster is capable, and that he knows that this team will be in the playoffs next season. Hearing this as a Panther fan, knowing this isn't just a young guy who is coming in his first year of coaching, that this is a guy who's won 3 Stanley Cups. He's been coaching since before the millennium. This is insane. This might be some of the biggest Panther news that we have seen in a decade. That this franchise is finally turned around and in the right direction that we've been waiting for years. And it's finally here. It has happened. And this is crazy. So, guys, that is pretty much the news here, as Quennville's happy to be here. The team happy to be here. Barkov knows that this guy is going to get ready. And now I will go over, well, first of all, remember I told you guys that there was a rumor that Garth Snow may be in the organization? He is not. That rumor was shut down by Dale Talon himself. Jack Capuano, you noticed he wasn't fired. I thought it was a contract thing, but apparently he will stay in the organization. May not be, perhaps not as an assistant coach. This is per tweet, per George Richards. He will not most likely be an assistant coach, but he will be in the organization at some position. And then aside from that, that's really it. I mean, Barkov is ready to go. These guys are ready to go. They want to win. But the difference is between Quennville and guys like Bugner. Guys like, I don't want to say a lot because they loved him, but difference with Tom Rowe. Difference from Kevin Dineen, we'll even go back to. Difference to Peter DeBoer. These guys all came into the Panthers organization with minimal experience at the head coaching position, let alone the regular season. We're talking about the playoffs, too. Quennville comes in with over a decade, almost 20, maybe over 20 years of coaching experience. He's been in the playoffs so many times. He knows what it takes to get done. He knows how to win Stanley Cups because he's got 3 rings, guys. This is huge news. The Panthers should be rejoicing. It's like when the team wins the Stanley Cup and they throw the parade, we should be throwing a parade right now for the news that just came out today. And guys, throw this idea out there. With Quennville here, a winning coach and a winning mentality, people are going to want to play here. Hoffman is going to want to re-sign. Dadonov is going to want to re-sign. Bobrovsky is going to want to sign here because Quennville knows what he's doing on defense. Matheson knows his defensive game needs to get worked on. Ekblad knows his defensive game needs to get worked on. They said this in their interviews today. Can't speak. And the last point I'm going to make here. We are talking about these free agents and how they can come to Florida. What Maine free agent has played for multiple years for Joel Quennville? His name, he wore number 72 there. He's wearing number 9 right now. He's entering the playoffs. His name is Artemi Panarin. He played for Joe Quennville. He likes playing for Joe Quennville. His stats went through the roof. He's going to want to come here. If he didn't already want to come here because of the beaches and Bob maybe coming over here and playing with Dadonov, these Russian guys, if you didn't already want to come here, this will solidify it with Joel Quennville being a coach here. Once again for Panarin. This would be insane. So to recap very quickly, Joel Quennville is here. Capuano will stay in the organization. Garth Snow, that was just a rumor. It will not happen. He will not be in the organization. This helps all free agents in wanting to come here as we need our defenseman, goaltender, and maybe a forward, probably not. If Panarin comes, that's a bonus. But Quennville coming is the biggest deal. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick video. Obviously, Hugh is here and it is huge news. If you have any comments, let me know in the description below, as tomorrow is going to be a big, I said it was the last one, but tomorrow will be a JTP podcast. I don't know. It's kind of in a limbo stage right now. It's going to keep going. But we will have an NHL podcast. Ready? Here's the name. It's called Breaking the Ice, guys. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and everything about it and everything about the news, because it's pretty amazing, if I'm going to say so myself. But if you have any comments or anything like that, let me know. And the next video will come out once there is some type of Panther news.